as that one's hammered out to center, way back. And Mac Leonard puts the River Macs on the board. River Mocs, I should say. May be the River Macs, considering how hot her bat has been to start this year. And it's 1-0 in the top of the first. Mac Leonard now 5 for 7 with 2 ribbies, a couple doubles, and now a homer. 1-0 River Mocs here in the top of the first, 1 down. Bases clear for the 3-hole hitter, Emily Erickson. First pitch, just got a piece, 0-1. Erickson out of BYU, native of Phoenix, Arizona. Will be a senior next year after taking that waiver that the NCAA offered after the shortened 2020 season. One misses, 1-1. Erickson on the young season, 1 for 6, but that one a 3 RBI homer in the opener against the Lynx. Lots of action here on day 3, our first triple header of the summer. And we'll see the Lynx next in the much-anticipated debut of Shannon Sale out of Oklahoma, joining the slice in the 11th hour. And who knows, we might see more join this league as things progress. That one knocked foul. 2-2 to Erickson. Over on the other field, as we've got triple headers on both of our fields today, the Lynx and Fast Pitch U. Both teams looking for their first win of the summer. Fast Pitch U 0-2. Lynx 0-1 will provide updates as the day progresses. 2-2 to Emily Erickson. River Mocs already up 1-0. Fouled off. This is a bit high. Count goes full to Erickson. It is a scorcher here today at Lakewood Ranch. Very hot. Beautiful weather once again, as we've gotten accustomed to here in Florida. That one out to left. That might drop, and it will. Right in front of a left fielder, Ryan. And Erickson has a single. 1 on, 1 down. 1-0 River Mocs here on the top of the first. And that will bring up the cleanup hitter, Lizzie Schubert. She has been a story so far. This summer, 4 for 6, 7 RBI, 3 homers, and a double. Also a walk. She scored 5 runs. It was 3 of the runs for the River Mocs last night in the 11-3 run rule victory over Fast Pitch U. That one fouled back. Schubert be a junior next year at Stetson, or rather was a junior last year for the Hatters. 13th in school history in homers and first in FGCL history in long balls so far out of Waycross, Georgia. Firing back to first. Tag not in time. Schubert was off to a rip-roaring start in 2020. He was hitting .330, proving why she's one of the more feared hitters in the A-Sun. Waits on the change, fouled back. Madeline Lindsay in the circle. Incoming freshman going to St. Leo next year. And that one corralled for out number 2. As Lindsley nearly out of it here in the top of the first. And Schubert retired for just the 3rd time this summer. But as one weapon sits down, another steps in. Jenny Jansen out of SIU takes first pitch ball. Jansen as well has swung a hot bat. 4 of 7, 3 ribbies, 3 runs scored. Junior last year for the Salukis. Big reason why Southern Illinois got to the NCAA tournament in 2019. Fell in the Evanston region. The 2-0. Took that one, 2-1. Last night, we saw the Impact really attack those 2-0 pitches. Jansen took that one, takes the 2-1 low, 3-1. Jansen, we've talked a lot about her accolades so far already this summer out of Warrenton, Maryland, 2019 first team All-Missouri Valley Conference, second team as a freshman. And clips the inside edge, full count. One nothing River Mocs, and Jansen fires that one on the liner to short, corralled by Bennett for out number 3. But the River Mocs have gotten the lead thanks to a Mac Leonard solo home run. And they've got a 1-0 advantage heading to the bottom of the first with the Impact coming to the plate again, folks. We're glad you're with us. Gray Robertson here. If you want to hang out with us, join the conversation, let us know where you're watching, what you're doing. You know, if your weather is as good as ours down here at Lakewood Ranch, Florida, then tweet me at GRAY_Robertson on the Twitter, at Gray_Robertson, or at OutOfTheBox_pod. Quick update from the other field as we wait for the River Mocs to get going in the field. It is 2-0, bottom of the first. Bradenton Lynx leading fast pitch U. We'll let you know what's going on over there as the day progresses. So we've got 2 fields with triple headers going on, and now activity for the River Mocs in the field. The starting pitcher this morning, guess it's still morning as it's 10:11 Eastern time, is Carly Hobbs, junior last year from Truett McConnell, Loganville, Georgia native, attended Loganville Christian Academy. 1.48 ERA in 2020 for Truett McConnell, and she's got a myriad of pitches. Curve, drop curve, backdoor curve, screwball, rise. Her go-to is that drop curve, according to her head coach, Michaela Transu. Swing and a miss pitch is the curve ball, and we'll see how she does tonight. Or this morning. Again, it's been a long 24 hours. First time we have seen Hobbs make an appearance here this summer season. She'll face off against the top of the order for the Impact and Madeline Bayerano. First pitch lays down a beautiful bunt, and there's no way Mullis can get there. Infield single for Bayerano, and she stands at first. Order for the Impact, Bayerano leading off. Leading off with a base hit, Mackenzie Ryan in the 2-hole. Kelsey Bennett batting 3rd, Taryn Freshwater cleaning up, Emma Hawthorne batting 5th, Jensen Howell in the 6th spot, Megan Ackerman hitting 7th, Maya Am 8th, Hannah Perez in 9th, and Madeline Lindsley, the pitcher, will hit 10th. Here's Mackenzie Ryan. First pitch. Comes in for a strike. Ryan 3 for 5 this season. RBI, double. Strikeout, 3 runs scored. I got a couple sacrifice bunts last night, including a major one in the 7th inning to help the Impact walk that game off. She shows bunt here, lays it down. Right back to the pitcher, to first in time. And the sacrifice is executed. Bejarano moves to first, 1 down. In the field for the River Mocs, Mullis behind the plate, Jansen at first, Ginder at second, Schubert at short, Emily Erickson over at third. Outfield left to right, Turgo, Benson, and Quinones. Kelsey Bennett up, runner in scoring position, bottom of the first, 1-0 River Mocs. First of 3 today. First pitch in for a strike to Bennett. 0 for 3 last night against the Pioneers. Tough night for her, 1 for 5 this season with a couple walks. Bennett out of Buford, Florida. Sophomore last year for Pete DeMore and Virginia Tech. Hokies won the ACC in 2019. We're off to a good start in 2020. We'll look to reclaim the title in 2021. Over to third. And the throw got away from Jansen, as Erickson was a bit wide, but a good job by Jansen recovering for out number 2. Taryn Freshwater, cleanup hitter, steps in. Freshwater freshman last year for South Florida out of Atlantic Beach. 4 for 8 on the tournament with an RBI and a double. That one slow roller to short. Schubert will have to hurry, and she gets the throw in time for out number 3. Runner stranded at third, and the River Mocs escape the first with a 1-0 lead. We head to the second. Battle of the unbeaten's tight so far. We'll see if the River Mocs can add to their lead when we come back. Off to the top of the second we go. 6, 7, 8 due up for the River Mocs. 1-0 lead. Both these teams 2-0. So you can get to 3-0 on the young season. First pitch to Kaylee Erickson is fouled off. Erickson, the sister of Emily, freshman out of BYU. One for 6 entering the day, like her sister on the season, with just 1 ribby and a home run. And quickly behind 0-2 is Lindsley, showing good movement so far. The 0-2. Chase pitch outside, 1-2. River Mocs opened the season with an extra inning win over the Lynx 8-6. An 11-3 victory over Fast Pitch U yesterday in the first game. Shown to be maybe the most potent offense here. That one out to left. And drifting foul. Lindsley toes the rubber. A 2-2. Fouled off. Erickson continues to fight back. Top of the second, 1-0 River Mocs. Nobody on. And that won't change here as that one rolls foul. The Impact last night, beneficiaries of 6 errors from the Pioneers. 10 hits. They left 8 runners on base, but really productive offensively all night long. So that one's fouled back. Got a pretty strong pitching performance out of Megan Ackerman to start. Had at one point a 3-0 lead. Pioneers came back. Another pitch to Erickson. That one right up the middle for a base hit. That could be 2. Erickson will try and leg it out. She will slide in just ahead of the tag for a leadoff double to get the top of the second going, as Kaylee Erickson has her second hit of a summer season. Just fighting off pitches she didn't like from Lindsley. And then finally getting a hold of one that got too much of the plate. Maggie Turgo up now. She lays down a beautiful bunt to third. Perez, the throw will get away. Just a bit wide, actually. And Turgo beats it out on the error. E5 from the Impact, and with nobody out, runners on the corners as the River Mocs look to strike yet again. Jim Delaney, my co-host for Media Days, was talking about how the river moccasin, one of those poisonous snakes out there, and I joked, except it wasn't a joke, that if I see one, I'm heading back to Alabama, but either way, we are seeing just how potent the River Mocs softball team can be. 19 runs in the first 2 games, 1 run here in the first, and already 2 on base, nobody out. Facing off against the Impact, who are missing a player. We do have an update on Leanne Matthews. We'll provide that in just a moment. Alyssa Mullis steps in. First pitch, fouled off. Mullis catching today, junior last year from Georgia Southern, Juliet, Georgia native. 98 games played, 94 games started in her career for the Eagles. Here 1 for 4, 0 for 3 against Fast Pitch U on Friday. Going as the runner Turgo, she will be called out, but a runner comes in to score on the double steal. And it's 2-0 River Mocs now. So the base is clear. That's one where if I'm the catcher Hawthorne, I might just eat it, not throw it to second, or have somebody cut it off. Small sees that one come in for a strike. So 2-0 River Mocs, top of the second. And that one gets away briefly. The throw to first in plenty of time for out number 2. Gabby Benson now out of Georgia State. 1 for 3 this year. First pitch strike to Benson. Buford, Georgia. Lindsley shakes off the first sign. She likes this one. 0-1. Just misses. 1-1. So last night there was a collision at the plate in the Pioneers impact game. Leanne Matthews rounding third, colliding with Pioneers catcher Neely Peterson. And Matthews was down for quite a while. Was taken to the hospital. And unfortunately broke a bone in her shin area, which means she is out for the rest of the summer. And hopefully will be ready to go for the Penn State season in 2021. All healthy. We certainly wish Leanne the best. As that one is right to short. Nice catch by Bennett for out number 3. But the River Mocs score yet again. 2-0 now, headed to the bottom of the second. Impact looking to respond and get on the board. Two nothing River Mocs head to the bottom of the second. Impact looking to try and respond. It's 5, 6, 7 Hawthorne, Howell, and Ackerman. Emma Hawthorne, been a good bat for head coach Ashton Hines so far early on the year. Swings and misses at the rise, 0-1. Ashton Hines over in the third base coaching box, former Bethune-Cookman player. We just talked about the Leanne Matthews injury. It was really hard to even celebrate the walk-off win, knowing that Matthews was sitting in the hospital, but from what we understand, they're working on her now. Her parents should be arriving soon if they're not already here, and we'll give you more updates as we discover them from the powers that be here at the FGCL. Hawthorne out of Hallsville, Texas, senior from Eastern State, strikes out. Down. Hobbs just throwing it high and outside. Trying to make Hawthorne go for it. She chased high a couple times. Good job. Good call going back to it. Kale Trancy, the head coach of the River Mocs, calling the pitches. First pitch to Jensen Howell is out to left for a base hit. And that time Howell just getting on top of it. Poking. First pitch, bit low for ball one. Making Chattanooga State. Good showing at the plate so far. Check swing. This will be a little tough. Slow roller to second. And the flip from Ginder in plenty of time for out number 2. Hobbs likes it. First pitch to Am. Hits the outside corner for strike 1. Am, sophomore last year, out of walk, strikeout, couple runs scored, 1 for 3 both nights. Went a bit too far outside, 1-1. Rise misses high, 2-1. It's 2-0 River Mocs here. I'll be old too because this is where we'll see the debut of Shannon Sale, from what I understand. Again, I've been wrong about what coaches will do before. Swing and a miss, 2-2. At Alabama, we will try and predict the lineup, try and predict who will pitch, and then head coach Patrick Murphy will throw us for a loop with the batting order or with the rotation on a weekend, so you never really know. We do expect to see Shannon Sale today. And fouls that one off. And as I mentioned, that does not necessarily mean Sale will be the final addition to the league. It is a long 5.5 weeks. Lots can change, lots can happen. That one is popped up, and drifting back to make the play is Schubert at short for out number 3. Impact in scoring position, and the River Mocs have a 2-0 lead through 2. Battle of the unbeatens going to the River Mocs so far. They'll try and get a couple more runs on the board, headed to the 3rd. We head to the top of the 3rd. River Mocs scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second. See what they do here with 10-1-2 due up. Starting off with Ari Quinones against Madeline Lindsley. So far, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, both were earned. Ari Quinones will start. First pitch strike. Quinones out of Washington, sophomore last year for Heather Tarr and the Huskies. Vista, California native. First career home run was off of Oklahoma in the 2020 season. Quinones looking at her head coach, Michaela Transu, also the volunteer assistant at Missouri. Played at Hofstra for Larissa Anderson, now works with her in Columbia. Transu, 2018 All-CAA for the Pride. Hit .364 as a junior in 2016. Now working under that growing program at Missouri. That was a Not very good a couple years ago, but Coach Anderson showed up, brought some talent in, kept the good players that were there. And we'll see if Missouri gets off of probation for the 2021 season. If so, they could make waves in the SEC and perhaps nationally. 2-2 from Lindsley to Quinones. Right back towards us. Fast pitch you now. One away. Fast pitch you led 9-3 against the Impact in Game 1, and since then it's been a tough go. Quinones waits on it, fouls it off. (2020). Well, other good news, we've talked about the additions to... So it'll be good to have Tara around. I know she skinned her off the hands and right to Perez at third. Mac Leonard, though, already has a home run. 5 of 7 with 3 extra base hits, including the homer earlier today. To the bottom of the third, River Mocs lead it 2-0. 9-10-1 for the Impact. Just 2 hits on the day, no runs yet. First pitch high to Hannah Perez for ball 1. Perez sees that one for a strike. Perez last night was 0 for 3 with a run scored. Reached on an E3 in the 7th. Hard hit E3 though. Might have been a bit strict when I called that one an error, but that one right back to the pitcher, Hobbs. Fields her position well. 1 down. And the hurler for the Impact stepping in now. That's Lindsley. Headed to this. Excuse me. It's early. It's fine. Big time play nonetheless by Lindsley, who came in to replace Matthews after she went down. That one right up the middle for a base hit. Now reached her last 4 times she's come to the plate in the last. Season. She's got 5 RBI. Another infield base hit. 2 on for the impact, 1 down 2-0. Here in the bottom of the third, and now it's up to the batters behind Bayerano. They went low, got away. Lindsay headed for third, and the throw will not be in time. As Erickson was trying to cover, Lindsay slid in under the tag. And runners on the corners for the impact. That'll bring out Michaela Transu to chat with the infield. Mackenzie Ryan has proven to be a really good bunter. If you're Ashton Hines, head coach of the impact, do you think about trying the old suicide squeeze? Knowing that you've had success with the small ball game, especially seeing where Jansen is right now over on the first base side. Corners are playing decently out. Ryan had a sac bunt back in the first. That's what's going to happen, but it's foul. Second and third for the impact. Ryan at the plate, 1 down. 2-0 River Mocs. Both teams 2-0, looking to start off the week 3-0. Up in the air. That'll be certainly enough for a sac fly. Tagging up is Lindsay, and she will come in to score. 2-1 River Mocs, as Ryan does her job. Now it's Kelsey Bennett. Bennett 0 for 1 today. Shows bunt, first pitch low, the throw to third will get away. Obstruction was called anyway, as Bayerano was taking her base. Runner 60 feet away. For Bennett, who's hit north of 360 both years of her career for Pete DeMore at Virginia Tech. 45 RBI as a freshman, 25 in 2020 as a sophomore. But just 1 for 6 here for the impact. Looking to get our first RBI of the summer. Head 2-0. Attacks that one, just got a piece. 2-1. Runner at third is Bayerano. 2-1 River Mocs, 2 away, bottom of the third. And Bennett hit one sky high. Under it is Turgo for out number 3. As the runner is stranded 60 feet away, but the impact do get on the board with the sac fly. River Mocs lead it 2-1 through 3, headed to the 4th. Game 1 of our triple header here at Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Through 3 here, River Mocs lead at 2-1 over the Impact, headed to the top of the 4th. River Mocs back at the plate with 3-4-5 due up. Real quick, an update from the other field. Top of the 3rd, 9-0 Lynx over Fast Pitch U. Fast Pitch U now officially in danger of being run ruled for the 2nd straight. Schubert and Jensen, 3-4-5 against Madeline Lindsley. No walks and a strikeout. She stands in against Erickson, who's 1 for 1. First pitch. Schubert flew out in the 1st inning. Stands in now 3. As we've now seen by my count, 7 straight first pitch strikes. Swung at the high stuff over to 3rd. Perez in time for out number 2. Jenny Jansen. Lined out soft liner back in the 1st. Off speed in for a strike, make it 8 in a row. Swung at the high stuff again, over to short. And Bennett. Quick work from Lindsley. And the River Mocs are stuck at 2. 2-1 Impact, looking to tie it up or take the lead. We're in an old-fashioned pitcher's duel right now. Game 1 of our triple header. A lot of good softball coming up later on today, and already a competitive game between the 2 unbeaten teams in the FGCL Summer Softball League. Off to the bottom of the 4th we go. As we mentioned, it is quite hot. As the great Mayor Schroeder out of Alabama once called it, it's sweaty degrees here at Lakewood Ranch, Florida. What does that mean? Well, we'll get you an official temperature in just a second. 4-5-6 for the Impact, down 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Taryn Freshwater, fouled off. It says that is incorrect. It is hotter. It says it feels like 93. Don't. Freshwater way up into the sky. That'll drift foul. 0-2. She's 0 for 1 today. Also a fun day 3 because we've got a couple celebrities in the house. We have referenced a couple times due to the coaching staff for the Squeeze and the Impact pitcher Caitlin King. Florida State legend Megan King. That one's hit to second. Gander to Jensen for out number 1. And the Women's College World Series MVP from that 2018 national title run is here supporting her sister. Former Florida State Seminole. I'm sure she and Carson Gordon will have a lot to catch up on. Miss 2-0. Hobbs has shown some good stuff. We've seen the curve. We've seen the drop curve. We've seen the rise ball a couple times. The change off 3-0. Up top, 4-pitch walk. First free base surrendered by Carly Hobbs in the circle. No action in the River Mocs bullpen, and a couple folks were over in the Impact bullpen, but they're returning now. 4 hits for the Impact today, trailing 2-1. Slow roller to third, throw to second with the force in time, going for. But Hawthorne is retired, 2 down. Well, over on the other field, last pitch you. 11-0 Lynx, bottom of the third. Again, fast pitch you led the Impact. Since then, they have been outscored. As I do quick math in my head, always dangerous on the air. 30 Ackerman here. Little late on that one. We're through 4, back to the top of the 5th. 2-1 River Mocs over the Impact. 6, 7, 8. Bites Madeline Lindsley there. 1 on, nobody out. Top of the 5th. So while technically not an RBI, Turgo led to that run that made it 2-0 at the time. Swing and a miss up top. So we'll give her a somewhat unofficial RBI, which means Turgo, her last 4 plate appearances, has driven in a run. Found back 1-2 again. Just outside 2-2. Turgo, hard foul down the left field line. Transfer from the College of Central Florida. Different from UCF. NJCAA second-team All-American. Hit .438 for CCF. Now with the Hilltoppers. Going is the runner Erickson. The throw will get away from the shortstop as Erickson slides in safely for the stolen base. Erickson 2 for 2 and now 2 stolen bases after she stole home to get the run in the second. She's in scoring position. Full count to Turgo. Payoff out to left. and retired way out there by Ryan for out number 1. Alyssa Mullins in the 8-hole. Too high for ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Mullis struck out in the second. Now 1 for 5 on the season. Runner at second, 1 down. 2-1 River Mocs, top of the 5th. Looking for bottom of the order production is head coach Michaela Transu. Straight up the chute, Lindsay will field her position, and Lindsley makes the catch for out number 2. Well, remember, folks, coming up on this field right after this game, the Lynx will head over across the sidewalk from their game with Fast Pitch U and take on the Slice right in front of us here at Field Ranch Sports Complex. Over on the other field, the Pioneers will take on Fast Pitch U. We'll just hang out once they're done. And depending on what the score is, that might be sooner than this game. 1-0 to pitch to Gabby Benson is low. Oh. Benson lined out in the second. Benson out of Jordan, the Sun Belt conference that is one of the best, if not the best, of the mid-majors in the NCAA. Of course, you have Louisiana, number 1 in the RPI in 2020 before the season ended. Troy as well was, I believe, in the top 30. Louisiana Monroe with head coach Molly Fickner playing good softball, that program on the rise. UT Arlington, a good squad as well, so really good stuff happening in the Sun Belt. Very, very strong softball conference. Strong fielding. It was a bit of a mess. Day 1 here at Lakewood Ranch, Florida, but day 2 has shown very 2-1, looking to tie it up or take the lead. And it's the battle of the unbeatens rages on here in game 1 of our triple header. Multiple times and they're just dead wrong, so you never really know with coaches, but hopefully that's why I'm over at this field. Also nice. To the bottom of the 5th, it's 2-1 River Mocs. Impact Maya M sees the first pitch ball from Carly Hobbs, who over on the other field, top of the 1 River Mocs. And Hobbs starting to work it with the change. With a schedule as crazy as the one we're playing in the FGCL, lots of games back-to-back, lots of games in the week. If you can get a complete game out of your pitcher, so you don't have to use any arms, that's huge. And so far, both arms are working well today. That one to short. Schubert in plenty of time. One down. Lizzie Schubert has been impressive offensively, but defensively, great lateral movement. Next is zone, upper part. Little low, 1-1. One to Perez, over to short. Schubert again, nicely done, but the throw is too high. Gets over the head of Jansen. Perez will head for second. And right after I complimented her, an E6 puts Anna Perez in scoring position with one out. Announcer's curse has worked a couple times on both teams in this game, so I will just shut up as the River Mocs have a chat in the circle. That one fouled off her. 0-2. First. And the throw to second will not double off Perez. 2 down, but back to the top of the order. And the player who has been most potent at the plate for the Impact, Madeline Bejarano, reached on her last 5 plate appearances, combined in the last 2 games, 2 for 2 today. Couple of singles. First pitch in for a strike. Headed to the 6th, new pitcher in the circle for the Impact. It's Caitlin King out of Parkland, Florida. Freshman last year for Elon, sister Megan King, who is here somewhere. She was here earlier. And in relief, not her best 1-2 for the River Mocs, starting off with Ari Quinones, 0 for 1 today. First pitch low. We saw King kind of really has the whole shebang in terms of weapons in the circle. Drop off speed. But just left a couple up against the Pioneers last night, and they were really able to barrel them. Two-0 pitch. Let's see if Quinones gets aggressive for out number 1. Off the bat, that looked like it would squirt through, but thank goodness. Back to the top of the order. Claire Ginder. Check swing. Mac Leonard, the lefty, takes first pitch strike. Leonard 1 for 2, her home run in the first, got things going. got a bit under it. Over to second. Quick work for Caitlin King as Am makes the catch to retire the side. After change in the circles. We head to the bottom of the 6th. River Mocs going with the freshman in 2020 out of UCF, Maddie Day. Tools, change, curve, screw, drop, rise. Loves the change up, really good, and it complements her rise. Saw her night 1 go 5 innings, give up 3 earned runs on 5 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks. We'll give you the line for Hobbs in just a moment. 1 walk and a strike. Davis evens it up 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Off speed, fouled back. And coming over is Jansen right up against the fence for out number 1. 2-1 River Mocs, bottom of the 6th. 1 run in the 3rd for the Impact. 1 in the first, 2 in the 2nd for the River Mocs. Excuse me, 1 in the first, 1 in the 2nd. This is Bennett out of Virginia Tech, 0 for 2. Bennett trying to get hot. Almost got a hot shot right there on a pitch inside from Davis. Coming up next on this field, again, slice and links. By the Impact and Squeeze. Impact will have a bit of a wait for their next game. Out to center. And drifting back, using the fence as her guide, is Benson for out number 2. Turn Freshwater. First pitch low for ball 1. Freshwater 0 for 2. Couple ground outs. Now hitting .400 this summer. Trying to just get something going for the Impact offense. 4 hits and a run in this game. Over to short. Schubert in plenty of time for out number 3 and another 1-2-3 inning in this game. As we go to the 7th, 2-1 River Mocs over the Impact. Try and get some insurance with the River Mocs before trying to shut this game down and go to 3-0 on the year. Impact will try and keep them where they are. Game 1 of our triple header. we head to the top of the 7th. River Mocs leading the Impact 2-1. Due up for the designated away team. It's 3-4-5. Erickson, Schubert, Hansen against the new pitcher Caitlin King, who made very quick work of her 1 inning of relief so far. 3 up, 3 down. On the other field, bottom of the 4th, it's 11-2. Lynx over Fast Pitch U. Don't know what's taking him so long back there as Erickson fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. She's 1 for 2, singled back in the first. Straight up. In play for Perez. Makes the catch in foul ground for out number 1. So we are just flying through this thing. Here is Schubert. Rare 0 for 2 day for her. First pitch upstairs for ball 1. But with that 0 for 2 day, average just down to 500 on the season. (2-0) attacks and fouls it off. 2-1. Nobody on, 1 out. 2-1 River Mocs. Looking for some insurance is Michaela Transu's team. 1 run in the first, 1 in the second. But since then, bats have been quiet, just 1 base hit. Pitching staff of the Impact has done really good work. 3-1 to Schubert is hit out to left. That's a fair ball. Schubert will head for 2. Ball still not in, and now Schubert will just stop there with a double. 1 for 3 on the day, and she is in scoring position here in this game. Jansen 0 for 2 as well today. First pitch strike. Jansen has 3 ribbies. Couple last night against Fast Pitch U. Behind 0-1. Caitlin King in the circle. Right up the middle. Nice snag at second by Am. Throw to first in time to get Jansen. As Am hit the deck. Schubert goes to third, but that saved a run for sure. And now 2 gone here in the top of the 7th. For the 6-hole hitter out of BYU. But that one, first pitch over to short. And the side is retired. 2-1 River Mocs, headed to the bottom of the 7th. Last night, the Impact trailed by 1, headed to the bottom of the 7th, got 2, walked it off. They'll try and do the same here, as both these teams trying to stay undefeated on the very young inaugural season for FGCL softball. looking for a run or two to walk it off themselves. A leadoff single for Emma, leading in the bottom of the 7th. Impact the 6-5 win to get to 2-0. First pitch to Jensen Howell is high. Howell's 1 for 2. Single in the 2nd, out on a fielder's choice in the 4th. We have seen some incredibly competitive games here on opening week of the Florida Gulf Coast League. And now the Impact dugout. Ooh, runner at first, our own. Over here at our field. Other field is fast pitch you, excuse me, and the Pioneers. Payoff pitch to Howell. Too far inside, 2 on, nobody out. Just once again finding a way to hang around in the 7th and make a threat. Scrappy is this team, at least from what we've seen so far on the young season. Megan Ackerman, 0 for 2. 1 for 9 this year. First pitch. Little late, fouled off. Off speed in for strike 2. Nicely done by Maddie Davis. Oh, 2 in the dirt. Nice job by Mullen. Over to first on the bag for out number 1. But the ground out advances the runners now. The winning run stands at 2nd. Game tying run 60 feet away for Maya Am. Am got the rally going in the 7th last night with a base hit. 0 for 2. Am stands in. 0-1, popped up in foul ground. Jansen's got it for a huge out number 2. Now it falls in the 7th last night. Back to Davis, and the throw to first is in time, and that's the ball game as the River Mocs dodge the threat and snag a 2-1 hard-fought victory over the Impact. As the Impact falls to 2-1, River Mocs advance, and for the Impact, 1 run on 5 hits, 1 error, and 6 runners left on base. Madeline Lindsley, the hard luck loser, because she pitched really, really well today, but the Impact falls to 2-1, and game 1 of a triple-header has concluded. Over on the other field, they're still going. We'll give you an update on that.